You are seated, for hours. The glow of the screen illuminates your face, a modern campfire around which your day revolves. You work, you scroll, you consume, you create, all from a chair. Your body, an evolutionary marvel designed for perpetual motion, has been lulled into a state of profound stillness. This stillness is the silent adversary of the modern knowledge worker, an invisible cage that confines not just your physical form, but the very potential of your mind. We have been led to believe the life of the mind is separate from the life of the body. The truth: mind and body are a single, deeply integrated system. You cannot optimize one while neglecting the other. Neural networks that solve problems are nourished by the same circulatory system that feeds your muscles. The clarity you seek, the focus you crave, the creative insights you hunt for, they are biological events. To treat your brain as a disembodied computer is to leave its most powerful hardware offline. The path to unlocking your mind begins with a simple, powerful act: moving your body. Within the intricate landscape of your brain, a remarkable substance is at work. It is a protein that acts as a master regulator of neural health, a key that unlocks growth and resilience. Scientists have given it a technical name: Brain-Derived Neurotrophic Factor, or BDNF. But for our purposes, think of it as the Miracle-Gro for your brain. Just as fertilizer provides the essential nutrients for a garden to flourish, BDNF provides critical support for your neurons to thrive, connect, and form the complex networks behind your cognition. When BDNF is high, your brain enters enhanced plasticity. It becomes more adaptable, more capable of learning new information, and better at forging new skills. This protein acts on multiple levels. It supports the survival of existing neurons, protects them from the wear and tear of daily life, and shields them from oxidative stress that causes cellular damage. More profoundly, it encourages the growth of new connections, the dendrites, and the synapses that form the physical basis of memory and learning. A brain rich in BDNF is resilient, sharp, and primed for growth. It is the biological substrate of a high-performing mind. The implications are vast. Low BDNF is consistently linked with depression, anxiety, and accelerated cognitive decline. When Miracle-Gro is in short supply, the brain struggles to repair and build new pathways. For many years, the prevailing scientific view held that the brain was a privileged, isolated organ, producing its own neurochemicals in a closed system. The body was seen as a mere vehicle, a transport and support structure for the all-important command center. We now know this view is fundamentally incorrect. The body, and specifically your skeletal muscle, is a massive and powerful endocrine organ. It is a factory that, when activated, produces and secretes a host of signaling molecules called myokines. These proteins are the messengers that bridge the gap between physical effort and mental enhancement. When your muscles contract, lifting a weight, running, holding a yoga pose, they release these myokines into your bloodstream. Think of it as your muscles talking to the rest of your body. One of the most fascinating of these messengers is a protein called irisin. When released from active muscle tissue, irisin undertakes a remarkable journey. It travels through the circulatory system, crosses the formidable blood-brain barrier, and delivers a direct instruction to your brain. That instruction is a command to synthesize and release more BDNF. This mechanism is a beautiful example of evolutionary efficiency. It creates a direct feedback loop. When the body is engaged in physically demanding activity that might require new learning, such as navigating a new terrain or hunting, the muscles signal the brain to enter a state of heightened plasticity. Move your body, and your muscles literally tell your brain to become smarter, more adaptable, and ready to learn. The increase in BDNF, triggered by exercise, does something truly remarkable. It promotes a process known as neurogenesis. For much of the 20th century, people thought you were born with all the brain cells you'd ever have. We now know that is false. In specific regions of the adult brain, most notably the hippocampus, new neurons can and do grow. Neurogenesis is the birth of new brain cells. It's the brain's ultimate renewal, a physical sign of lifelong adaptability. This process needs the right chemical environment and BDNF is the master conductor. It acts like a potent fertilizer for neural stem cells, coaxing them to differentiate and mature into functioning neurons. Then BDNF helps these newborn cells survive, migrate to the correct locations, and integrate into existing neural circuits. Without enough BDNF, neurogenesis slows dramatically. A brain with low neurogenesis is less plastic and less adaptable, and more vulnerable to stress and cognitive decline. A short, focused bout of exercise reliably increases BDNF, and by extension stimulates neurogenesis. Now that we understand the critical role of BDNF, the question becomes practical. What form of exercise is best for increasing it? The scientific research points to two primary modalities that both serve as powerful engines for brain gain. These are Zone 2 cardio and resistance training. Each stimulates the muscle-to-brain pathway in a slightly different yet complementary way. Zone 2 cardio refers to steady-state aerobic exercise at low to moderate intensity. You breathe more deeply, but can still hold a conversation. Think of a brisk walk, a light jog, cycling on a stationary bike, using an elliptical machine. The key is maintaining a heart rate roughly 60 to 70% of your maximum for a sustained period. This training improves mitochondrial efficiency, your cell's ability to produce energy, and triggers a steady, sustained release of BDNF that can persist after the session ends. Resistance training involves working against a force, weights, bands, push-ups, squats, strong muscular contractions. The intense contractions stimulate myokines like irisin. That can lead to sharp, powerful spikes in BDNF. It also builds and maintains muscle mass, a larger endocrine factory for beneficial molecules long-term. Combining elements of both is likely the optimal strategy for comprehensive brain health. The knowledge that exercise boosts brain function is useless without a clear, actionable plan. You don't need hours in the gym to get cognitive benefits. The science supports short, targeted sessions. The goal: a consistent daily habit, 15 to 20 minutes, designed to spike BDNF and prime your brain for deep, focused work. Writing, coding, studying complex material. This is a neurological warm-up, not athletic training. Simple, effective, flexible, minimal to no equipment. Structure broken into 3 parts. Warm-up, main work block. Cool down. Do this right before your most mentally demanding task. Writing, coding, studying complex material. Warm-up, 2 to 3 minutes. Marching in place, arm circles, leg swings, main work, 12 to 15 minutes. Option A, Zone 2 cardio. Brisk walking, stationary cycling, elliptical. Speakable but challenging. You can talk, but you'd rather not. Option B, resistance circuit. Pick 3 bodyweight moves, squats, push-ups, lunges. Perform each for 40 seconds, 20 seconds rest. Repeat the circuit 3 times. Cool down, 2 to 3 minutes. Slow your pace, walk gently. Focus on deep, controlled breathing to bring your heart rate down. Hybrid option, 7 minutes Zone 2, then 7 minutes resistance. The specific choice is less important than consistency. This brief daily investment is a small price to pay for direct, on-demand access to your brain's most powerful growth factor. A protocol is only effective if it becomes a habit, and a habit is only formed through consistent repetition. Treat it as a ritual. Anchor it to the beginning of your workday, before email, before notifications, before the world imposes its demands. This transforms it from another task into a foundational act of self-investment. Make the process as frictionless as possible. If you plan to walk or jog, have your shoes by the door. If you'll do a circuit, have your space ready. The fewer decisions in the moment, the more likely you are to follow through. The goal is automaticity. Over time, the start of your workday becomes the cue that triggers your movement protocol, overriding the inertia of sitting down immediately. Track your consistency. Wall calendar, journal, or habit app. Place a check mark every day. Aim for a 30-day streak. Notice your focus in the 1 to 3 hours afterward. Observe mood, idea generation, and overall mental clarity. Be prepared to adapt. On high-energy days, push. On tired days, downshift. Take a gentle 15-minute walk. Maintain the habit. The immediate benefit of this daily 20-minute ritual is clear. A post-exercise spike in BDNF that primes your brain for focus, learning, creativity. This is the acute effect you can feel and leverage within hours. However, the true power of this habit lies in its cumulative effect over time. It is a long-term investment for your brain, building cognitive and emotional resilience that pays dividends for decades. It is the unseen dividend that compounds silently in the background of your life. Each time you complete this protocol, you do more than facilitate neurogenesis. You combat chronic stress by helping regulate cortisol, improve insulin sensitivity, and enhance sleep quality. When the brain clears waste and consolidates memories, process is supported by healthy BDNF. This habit creates a virtuous cycle for your whole biological system. Think of it as building cognitive reserve. Life will bring high stress, personal setbacks, aging. A brain nourished by BDNF, with strong neurogenesis and healthy metabolism, is better equipped for adversity. It can buffer neurological damage, maintain function under challenge, and slow cognitive decline. This daily habit is your insurance against neurological insults. The call to action is simple and urgent. Do not wait for more time or motivation. The path to a sharper mind, a more stable mood, and a more resilient brain begins with a single session. Today. Before your next demanding task, stand up, invest 20 minutes. Warm up, move your body, prime your brain. This is not another task to add, it is the foundational act that makes every other task possible. Begin the ritual now, your future self will thank you.